Well, g'day guys, welcome back to yet another, that was close to the camera, that water. I'm going to show you guys how sketchy this actually is. The way I'm filming is not good, but well, g'day guys, welcome back to yet another episode. It's been a while since I've uploaded, but I'm back and hopefully today we can get onto a few squid. I'm just fishing here at Merino Rocks just in the afternoon. That tide is just slowly receding at the moment, hence the fact that the water is a little bit high as we speak. But hopefully towards sunset, the water's going to get a little bit lower. It's predicted to calm off as well to like 4 knots, something minimalistic. So it should be a really nice afternoon. While I'm here, I'll quickly run through the setup I'm using off the rocks today. It's a pretty straightforward setup. Look, nothing special as such. I sort of go for something basic that does the job. So what I've got there, I've got a nice little Daiwa 3000 size reel. That's the old sizing of Daiwa. So I dare say it would be equivalent to a 4000 new one at the moment. I've got just a 10-foot 6 rod there. Longer the better off the rocks, especially there's a little bit of wind as we speak now. The wind is predicted to drop off a little bit, but just to sort of cut through that wind, I try and go as long as possible, well, as long as you can manage as such. So that's a 10-foot 6 rod there. It's a 2 to 5 kilo, just a cheapy little Daiwa. Does the job for me, so as long as I'm catching, I'm not too fussed. And then to that, look, I think I've got 15-pound braid. You don't need to go that heavy. This is just the setup that I've got as such. Even a smaller reel, I find that it really does help with a longer rod. That's probably the one biggest tip I can give. And then from that, I'm using 15-pound fluorocarbon leader, only because of the fact that, and look, don't get me wrong, it is really nice bottom out here. It's a bit of rock with a bit of berry reed and whatnot in amongst the sand, but in saying that, it is really snaggy. So if you don't use the correct jig, and if you don't use the right line as well, you can lose jigs, and take that from me from experience. So I've opted for 20-pound leader, and I've headed towards one of my favourite jigs at the moment for fishing here as well. As you're fishing off the rocks land-based, it can be quite shallow, especially as that tide recedes as well. So that's the sort of combo I'm heading towards. Pretty cheap, easy, reliable setup, never had a problem with it. And as for the colour of jigs I like to use here, I normally like to keep it really simple. The sort of theory that I've gone by, especially like when most sort of squid fishing as well, try and keep it as natural as possible. So I've done really well recently on the pearl whites with a bit of blue, or like a real like a navy green or anything like that as well. Even like a turquoise blue has been working really well for me. So anything natural that the squid are going to be eating resembles like a little Tommy or anything like that, I try and head towards. I've been doing pretty well on it lately, so don't know, maybe it could be worth a bit of a shot, but time will tell. So I'm going to stop talking, stop gas bagging and start casting, and fingers crossed we can get onto a few squid. Dogs are beefing, bro. You can get a fairly good cast with a 2.5 as well. If you've got the right rod, right setup and whatnot, it is still a long rod, but it is quite light as well. And I think that makes all the difference, especially when you want to try and get a bit of distance. But as for the action I'm doing, guys, it is pretty simplistic. Just sort of let it sink for a couple seconds. A few pros out today, so I guess that means that squid are here. There's one off there, and they sort of work in quite shallow as well, because you really don't need to go out too far here, honestly. I was just working my lure back and I literally ripped a tentacle off from the squid. Oh well, we'll get him next time. They're out there. Well, it's taken me about an hour, but I've finally hooked up. Literally been casting for so long. I just got to try and maneuver him around this rock here. There we are. As soon as I take my GoPro off, I hook up. Always the way. But it's not a bad little one. Not a bad little one at that, but better than nothing. Oh no. Oh, that's no good. And there we have it, guys. A beautiful squid off the rocks. not too big, probably about average down here. You do get them much bigger, but just on that little white jig, just on sunset here. And how beautiful do they look as well. They are such a stunning little creature. And this one here, I'll grab a few for the table, and then I reckon any more after about 4 or 5, we're destined for a bit of bait. So we'll see how we go, but first one out there, and hopefully squid do school, so hopefully there's a few more. There we have it, guys. Well, there's a school out there, literally second cast straight after, and I'm on again. This one seems to be a bit bigger, but better than nothing. And literally, I always say, like, last light just seems to produce them. This is what happened last time. I was fishing the jetty and I got 5 squid, and then I thought, you know what, let's just try marina. It was nice and calm, just on the run out as well, and sure enough, they're coming on the tube. Oh, he's actually not too badly hooked either. About the same size. I'm just going to swing him up here on the rocks. And there we have, oh, he's giving us a bit of a show as well. Well, there we are, guys. A pigeon pair of squid. I'll just keep them in this little live well pool type here. And I reckon I'm going to get a few more, because that was literally 2 and 2 casts. Well, he's just caught on my line there. But in the meantime, I'm going to get it back out there and see if I can get a few more. Alrighty, next cast. That's a good one. Same in that same spot. Surely 3 and 3 casts. I reckon I can do it. And the retrieval I'm doing, guys, is really simple. All it is, let it sink, and then just a slow pull up, and wind up that slack, and literally just repeat. So I'm only using a 2.5 size jig, which is quite small. And given the fact that it is somewhat shallow here, I just want to let that jig slowly sink and just hover over that weed line. And it's literally a matter of repeating that process until you get a squid. I reckon it's just gonna glass off tonight. It's definitely gotten a lot calmer from what it was. There's still a little bit of a rolling swell in, which is sort of a bit of a given the fact that we've had quite a few rough days leading up to today. But this is the first nice calm day we've had for a while, so hence the reason why I'm out here. But I'd love to get a few more. I reckon I could, but in saying that, I just felt a drop of rain, so I don't know how long I'm gonna stay out here for. But what a beautiful night it's turned out to be, hey? Absolutely stunning. Got him! That's a good one as well, yes. I didn't even literally wind on that and he grabbed it. And I reckon there could be a school moving through as well. Yes, that's a good one. Always on sunset here, always on sunset. Like, I put so much time and effort in throughout the day, never really get too much. You might get the odd 1 or 2, but sunset is always when they come in, and it's just, I'd almost say it's just after the sun sets as well. But that's a little bit bigger, I reckon. So we'll get him up, come on. Use that wave. Where can I sort of beach him? Oh, I'll get him around there, I reckon. Walk back with it. That's the only downfall about using such a long rod. It's like a bit awkward to land. Oh, he's getting washed around in that wash. All right. And up. There we go. That's actually a bit of a better size. Well, there he is, guys. I've just put him in this little tidal pool here. It's a little bit bigger than the other ones we were getting. And once again, on that little 2.5, which is stunning, something like that. Such a gun jig. I did really well on it last time. And as you can see, it's producing the goods. In that exact same spot, I reckon we have potential to hook up to another one again. Put him over with his mate. Yeah, he's a bit bigger. All right. Come on, squidlies. That is literally just an ink away. Completely black. Got him, yes! I knew it, I knew it. That's a good one as well, around that same sort of size. They're literally just coming in on sunset, guys. I knew it. Yep, same sort of size, same sort of spot. Straight cast one after, I called that one as well. Straight after that other one. Both of my squid have been like that. So that literally goes to show that if you cast in that same spot where you get another one, you'll most likely hopefully get another one as well. I'll just lift him up. I won't stuff around with him too much. Oh, straight into another tidal pull. Getting pretty good at this. Oh, he's going crazy. Settle down, buddy. Oh, it's gone black. There we go, look at that jig, it's filthy. Where is he? There he is. Top him with his mates, and we'll get back out there and see if we can bang another one. 3 and 3 cast. Just clean that jig. That gets all the ink off of it. And then we'll boot it back out there. Cool, cool, cool. Same spot. Let's aim for 3 and 4 casts. Yes? Yes, got him! 3 and 4 casts, there we go. And that was right around that same sort of spot as well. So they're out there at the moment, guys. It's just a matter of, there's another lad fishing just next to me, and he literally just left. I feel a bit bad because he was here longer than me as well. But, oh well, what can you do? Bring him up in this wave. That's a good one. Probably one of the biggest ones, I reckon, but I'm not going to stuff around with them too much because there's quite a few out there. Just pop him in. Can I get him in that little pool? Oh, and the other one. Fair enough. All right, buddy. Oh, he is tangled with that jig. Yep, fairly good size. About average, the ones I'm getting. Oh, that sunset is beautiful. You can just see it behind the clouds. Just amazes me how a sky goes completely red like that. So, oh, got him, yes! I felt that as well. How's that, guys? How's that for a hookup? Right there! Just on sunset as well. Such a stunning afternoon it's turned out to be. He must have followed that just in, I reckon. We're getting onto him now, that's for sure. So that was another cast, so that's 4 in 5 casts, guys. Can you believe that? Nice squid as well. Well, there we have it, guys. Another nice little squid. Probably about average at the moment. I haven't really got too many good sized ones. Probably the biggest would have been about maybe 20 centimeters, 25 centimeter hood. But there we have it. Once again on that little jig as well. So that's the jig that seems to be doing it. It's a little Yamashita. I can't remember the color. I'll pop it in the description below. But we'll get it out and see if I can get a few more on sunset, because I don't mind a few squid on the hot plate, that's for sure. Well, there we have it, guys. I've just finished up the session and I reckon I've ended up with 7 nice sized squid. Nothing too big, but just enough for a bit of tea for the family. So I think Mum will be pretty chuffed. Hopefully I can get on her good side for once. But that just goes to show, if you put the time and effort in, you can snag a bit of a local feed. But anyway, guys, I really do hope you enjoyed watching this week's episode. It was a little bit of a short one, but I thought I'd try something different. I was in need of a few squid recently, so I came down here last week and I did pretty well for myself. Pretty much all around that same sort of period, that bite period as well, just almost after the sunsets is when I got most of my squid last time. And what do you know, same sort of thing now. So hopefully you guys learned a thing or two about squid fishing here. It's pretty straightforward off the rocks. You just got to pick the right time, location and place. And if all aligns, you never know, you might just have a really good squid fishing session. But in the meantime guys, feel free to check out my Facebook and Instagram page. I do post quite a bit on there, just posting stuff that doesn't make it into a video anywhere I've just been fishing. So jump over there to sort of keep in the loop with what I've been doing recently. But for now, I wish you guys the best of luck on your next adventure out there, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.